Well, earlier this morning we were looking at CEEFAX, which is a way of electronically printing information onto the television screen. Well, now we're going to look at another way of using this electronic printing in a way that can help people who are deaf or hard of hearing to enjoy their television programmes by the use of electronic subtitles. And Sue Northwood is the chief subtitler. Hello, Sue.
Hello, John.
How does it work?
Well, first of all, we have to choose which programme we're going to subtitle. When we've chosen that, we get a special cassette made. Then we have to put the subtitles onto a floppy disk. Floppy disks in the computer that you're sitting on at the moment.
Right. Comfy computer.
Yeah, right. That's what a floppy disk looks like. It contains all the information that we put on the screen. That's the colour of the subtitle and the placing of it and the timing of it.
And you put that information on with the help of this keyboard, which is rather like the one we saw in CEEFAX
Yes,
earlier on,
it's a bit like that, yes.
And then when the show is actually run on television, the computer runs at the same time?
That's right, and the time code that we've put on each subtitle is also on the programme that's going out, and the computer knows when to put out the right subtitle and when to take it off the screen.
Well, let's have a look at the bit you're doing at the moment. This is from Moonfleet, isn't it?
That's
Which
right,
Sarah
yes.
was looking a little earlier on at how Moonfleet was made. Now we're going to see how it's subtitled.
Right.
This is just one particular shot, isn't it?
Contrabander.
Right. Now, I'm going
What's
to have
this
to...
up here? Start.
Oh, right, OK. This is the time code. This tells the computer when to start the subtitle and when to stop the subtitle.
So that's 2 seconds and
2
what?
seconds and 7 frames. They're 25 seconds in frames in a second. So,
Yes.
I mean, it's a very short length of time. And that's 9 seconds and 10 frames. So that tells me that I've got just over 7 seconds for that particular speech to be read on television.
Not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time at all, no. So sometimes we have to edit programmes, edit speeches. In this particular case, he says, your son was a contrabander. I'm going to change it slightly.
Right. A smuggler.
A smuggler.
A more
Right.
common word and a
Yes.
shorter word.
Your son... Now, that's something else I can do with this clever equipment there, right? I can insert something. There you go. I missed the word out there.
Your son was a smuggler.
Was a smuggler, right.
So that is all to be read within 7 seconds. It
Yes.
keeps the sense of what the actors were saying.
That's right, and it comes up at the same sort of time as when the actors are speaking.
Now, one thing about I've wondered about programmes for the deaf is what happens about noises off. You know, if a phone rings or something like
Yes.
that, how can you tell the deaf that that's happening?
Well, you're quite right. Of course, in a foreign film, you don't see any sound effects at all. The deaf have to know what in the world's going on. Now, if a phone rings, for instance, we have up there, that's where I'm going to type. I can make a subtitle flash, like that. There you go.
I see.
And that subtitle would be put up over the telephone, and it would be flashing like that for as long as the telephone is ringing. And then as soon as the telephone's picked up, that subtitle will come off, so the deaf know that the telephone's been answered.
Very clever, isn't it? Yeah. I know that another of the programmes that you subtitle is Grange Hill, isn't it? Let's
Yes.
just have a look at a short clip of your work with Grange Hill. Here's a clip from last Tuesday's episode of the programme when Miss Hartley is trying to persuade Annette Furman to get changed for Jim.
Come along, girls. Don't take all day to get changed. Haven't got all day. Don't forget about the match, Faye. And you know about the training tonight.
Yeah, I've got the kit.
Annette Furman, where have you been? Get changed.
Ain't gonna kit, miss.
Why?
Forgot it, miss.
Why?
Dunno.
What do you mean you don't know?
Can I be excused?
No, you can't, Annette. I've got a surprise for you.
It's your lucky day.
1 skirt, 1 top and 1 pair of plimsolls. Smile, Annette.
I'd rather go and read in the library.
Now get changed.
Miss?
No buts, Annette. We've been through this all before. Now I want to see you in the gym in 2 minutes.
Well, the colour coding of the words worked very well there, didn't it, of the characters? What
Yes.
are the difficulties in subtitling something like Grange Hill?
Well, Grange Hill, the people talk very quickly and they talk very colloquially. So we obviously have to edit down the subtitles quite a lot so that there's time for people to read it and understand it. Because, of course, we can hear and understand a lot more quickly than we can read and understand.
And what sort of programmes do you do on your subtitling?
Well, we try to give a completely balanced viewing output for our deaf audience. We subtitle some documentaries each week, we subtitle some drama, we subtitle some comedy, and of course we subtitle some children's programmes.
What about live programmes? Big events?
Live programmes, we can't possibly subtitle them in this particular way because it takes probably about 1 week for a subtitler to subtitle an hour's transmission. So we need a fair amount of time. We have subtitled some, done some live subtitling on big events like when the Pope came over or the royal wedding. It's a different form of subtitling that sometimes comes out in rather a strange way because you're using a computer. And sometimes it comes up with some strange sentences, strange language.
Talking about strange language, do you do pop music? I mean, do you subtitle videos?
We haven't actually subtitled any pop musical videos yet. We've subtitled some musicals and we subtitle songs of praise. So I decided to tackle the first pop video just recently, and I had a go at Slade's new video.
Right, well, we'll see it now. Sue, thank you very much indeed. Keep up this good work. It's a marvellous technique, isn't it? And I'm sure it's helping an awful lot of deaf people and those who are hard of hearing. And I think ordinary viewers as well quite like to read the words as well,
yes,
don't they?
Yes, Songs of Praise is particularly popular, I believe.
Great. Thank you very much. Let's have a look now at Slade with subtitles, Sue's version of Run, Run, Away.